Morning, church family. Glad to have you all joining in our study of Acts. We're starting out in chapter 8 today. At the end of chapter 7, we're going to see where Stephen was put to death. He was stoned to death. And the starting out of chapter 8 starts with Saul consented to his death. He was basically glad. And so then Saul just starts to persecute the church. And he's persecuting hard to the church. He's taking men and women out of their homes, taking them to jail. The people are scattered. And through this part of being scattered, the people are teaching the Word of God. They're teaching Jesus Christ. And so God always has His plan. Even through this persecution, God is using His people to spread the gospel. And so in the first 7 chapters of Acts, we looked at everything taking place in Jerusalem. The Pentecost, the ascension, the growth of the church, persecution of the church, and the death of Stephen. But now we're going to move on. This is where we start taking evangelism movement, and it goes out to the other areas of the world, leaving Jerusalem, and people start to spread the word of God. Remember, God has His plan, and His plan doesn't fail. So the first evangelist actually was Philip, and he went to evangelize in Samaria. And he was bringing the Gentiles and the Jews together in Jesus Christ. And then in verse 26, an angel of the Lord came to Philip and said, "Go to Gaza." So Philip goes to Gaza, and he meets a eunuch. And the eunuch is reading in the book of Isaiah. And he's reading, "He was led as a sheep to the slaughter, and as a lamb before its shearer is silent. So he opened not his mouth. In his humiliation, his justice was taken away, and who will declare his generation? For his life is taken from the earth." So Philip asks the eunuch, "Do you understand that?" The eunuch says, "Well, if you help me, I will be able to understand that." So Philip preaches to the eunuch, and he preaches Jesus Christ. The eunuch believes and is baptized, and he is saved. And God uses all of us to share the gospel to the world. Thank you all.